You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Brits bemused as Trump's first call to PM descends into rant about fat foxes report based on an article by Adam Michaels. Trump's bird tail is a power move, not a joke. The actual story. According to the BBC report, Trump used his first call with Keir Starmer to veer from wind turbines into a grotesque fantasy about birds and obese foxes, while Starmer's aides struggled not to laugh. That is the surface incident. The political story to simpler. The President of the United States was using an allied leader's first major contact as a stage for nonsense, dominance, and fossil fuel propaganda. Who holds power? Trump is the actor with institutional reach here. Starmer was taking the call. Trump was setting the terms of reality in the room. That imbalance matters. The British side could privately mock the absurdity, but they still had to sit there and absorb it because the office on the other end of the line is the one that can reward, punish, pressure, and publicly humiliate. The wind turbine lie. The bird stories is not a harmless eccentricity. It is a familiar political trick. Dress a policy preference up as fake common sense. Yes, wind turbines kill some birds. The source text is clear that fossil fuels kill far more birds per unit of energy produced, which is exactly why Trump's fixation on turbines is not environmental concern but ideological cover for energy obstruction. He is not defending wildlife. He is laundering pro-fossil politics through a cartoonish moral panic. Misdirection as method. This is what authoritarian and reactionary politics often looks like when it is functioning well for its authors, not a clean argument, but a fog machine. Trump turns the conversation away from emissions, public infrastructure and energy transition into a made-up anecdote about dead birds and bloated foxes. That is not confusion. It is misdirection. The purpose is to keep the audience busy laughing, doubting, or repeating the absurdity while the underlying agenda stays intact. Starmer's weak position. There is also a lesson here for Starmer's camp. If a US president can openly speculate about a British prime minister's internal politics, announce his resignation on Truth Social before the prime minister has spoken, and still be treated as the unavoidable center of the conversation, then the problem is not merely Trump's behavior. It is the degree to which allied institutions keep granting him the authority to define the terms. Downing Street may deny the absurdities in the moment, but denial is not a strategy against a man who treats diplomacy as leverage theater. The larger pattern. The deeper pattern is contempt dressed up as commentary. Trump does not need his claims to be true. He needs them to be disruptive, attention-grabbing, and useful to the people who profit from the wreckage. The call with Starmer shows how right-wing power works now. Convert policy into spectacle, convert spectacle into dominance, and convert dominance into permission for the same old extractive interests. The laugh in the room is understandable. The structure behind it is not funny at all. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Raw Story for today's article. With the automated voice of Arctic, thanks for listening.